Palaver.
I don't know why we can't do it. No. I mean, everyone has to do things they don't want to do sometimes.
My idea of this restaurant was one central table, and already we've got 4 tables, we've moved everything out, we've completely sanitised the shelves. This is no longer a restaurant in our home, this is a restaurant.
Somebody at the door!
Hello.
Hello?
Removal man.
Hi.
Could you start with this one first?
No, she's joking.
So the removal team moves everything out, apart from the shelves.
The only way they can do it is to take some advice. If they won't take the advice, how are they ever going to do it again?
We've done our best, you know. We've tried to change things around and to advise. I won't get a bloody atom of thanks for it.
No.
You know that?
No.
Why should I do it?
An exasperated Mike and Tina leave Matt and Marie to get the flat ready for tomorrow's grand opening.
It was Shelfgate. Ah!
In just 24 hours, paying guests will arrive expecting a restaurant. It's the day of the grand opening. Mike and Tina have done all they can to help. Matt and Marie are now on their own. 14 guests arrive in just 9 hours' time. But the flat's not ready and nothing is being cooked.
I should be cooking now. I don't want to be messing around doing this stuff, but it has to be done, so.
Before Matt can start cooking, he's got to collect the tables and chairs that he's borrowed from a local restaurant that's closed today.
Burger, burger, burger. And it's all split. Oh.
A couple of hours later, Matt returns. Once he's got everything indoors, he can start cooking.
Well, obviously it doesn't fit.
The clock is ticking. By the time Matt makes it into the kitchen, he realises he's short of some vital ingredients.
I'm a bit worried about how much smoked salmon we've got, so we're going to head out and pick up a bit more just as a contingency.
But buying extra ingredients will eat into their profits.
I have slightly added to the overall cost. This is our grand opening. Things have to go right today. Get it wrong, we're going to get bad reviews, and our business is going to fail.
There's just 6 hours until the grand opening. Nothing has been cooked, the restaurant isn't ready, and as soon as Matt gets into the kitchen, there's a problem.
The sink's blocked.
I don't smell any cooking smells. So I think, I'm getting a little worried. Matt?
What? The sink is blocked.
Matt's under pressure. He can't cook anything while the sink is blocked.
See, that's what you have to be able to do if you're running a restaurant in your own home. You have to be part plumber, part carpenter.
All's well. Back to calm normality.
With only 4 hours until paying guests arrive, Matt finally starts cooking.
The sink episode has probably put me back an hour, so I'm just going to have to speed up a bit. Very glad at this stage that I'm cooking my menu. And if I was doing a menu that I wasn't familiar with, it would be even worse.
Matt's got to prepare 4 courses for 14 people from scratch, but he's beginning to regret his choice of starter.
My smoked salmon pancakes, which I wish I'd never made, because it's a hell of a job for 14 people. Perhaps I should have listened to Tina and just done her marinated salmon. It would have been so much easier.
With just 1 hour before the guests arrive, Marie is still putting the finishing touches to their restaurant. Mike and Tina are on their way.
What I'm concerned about is whether those people are going to come tonight and actually going to feel that they are in a restaurant.
I'm actually more worried about how he's going to produce this food.
Tonight, Mike and Tina are guests, so they won't be helping Matt and Marie with any of the hosting or cooking.
It's just you can't imagine how many things there are to do. Being alone in the kitchen, cooking for 14, it's hardcore.
I'm doing OK so far. The first guests will be here in probably about 10-15 minutes, so I'm just doing the final touches. Oh.
Time is up for Matt and Marie.
Hello! Welcome!
Until yesterday, Matt and Marie's living room looked like a living room. But today, they have transformed it ready for paying guests.
Oh, my God, this is so good. It's brilliant. It actually looks like a big little restaurant, if you know what I mean.
That
It's amazing.
is totally incredible.
Isn't it?
Look at the space, Tina. And they're not on top of each other.
It doesn't even look cramped.
No.
Well done!
And the transformation doesn't end there. They've extended the restaurant to the patio and created a drinks area in the garden. While Mike and Tina relax, Matt's feeling the heat in the kitchen.
I feel under huge pressure. nearly everything's done, but just the last minute I've still got to shut up the oysters, which I'm a bit nervous about.
And Marie's front of house skills are put to the test. 12 other guests have been recruited from local foodie hotspots, and they're all coming to dine in London's newest restaurant.
I'm Marie, lovely to meet you.
In Hackney, it takes 28 days for an alcohol licence to be approved. Matt hasn't got one, so he has asked everyone to bring a specific wine to accompany his food.
Thank you so much.
Welcome drinks are served, along with the appetisers. Oysters, marinated tuna and gazpacho.
Everything's under control, everyone's mingling, everyone's talking. I've introduced most people to each other so that they know who they are and they've got something in common. It's going really well so far.
I hope my container will be semi-impressed. We couldn't have really tried any harder, so I hope they're happy. But,
I'm glad he didn't bring out cucumber sandwiches. I think what he brought out was much better than that. So far, I'm actually very impressed. But when we haven't got down to the seating and serving stations yet, so I'm amazed that they're so calm at this point.
The guests' wallets are full and their stomachs are empty. Will this be reversed by the end of the night? Time for the starter, Matt's signature dish. Smoked salmon served on a potato and chive pancake.
It's actually very good. I take it all back. It's terribly good. I mean, I hate to say it, I wanted to not like it. But I do like it.
Oh, God, that's terrible.
Smoked salmon's lovely, the potato pancake's awful.
Matt's starter might not be to everyone's taste, but Tina is impressed with the ambience.
I don't know whether it's the people that are here tonight or whatever. It's chic. It's got class.
People are really into this, which is good.
It works. It works.
I would quite like to see a few things sort of slinked into the corner, because the only thing we've managed to have a good nosy at is his bookshelf, and he's got a dreadful tasting book.
Matt's main course is ready. Rack of lamb with minted pea puree and sea samphire. But Tina's noticed there's something missing from the menu.
You haven't put the asparagus on there. You bought all that asparagus and you're not using it?
I don't think we thought that samphire and asparagus were needed on the same plate. I think you have one or the other.
Well, the lamb is cooked beautifully. I still think he could have put the asparagus with this and it would have been fine.
Of course he could.
I think that that extra vegetable would have been superb.
Time for dessert. Apricot tart tatin with whipped cream.
Wow, I do like the tart.
With all the courses dished up, Matt finally has a chance to emerge from the kitchen.
You seem very calm.
I'm calm at it. No, I've been quite calm all day. It's been okay. It's just that you know what it's like. I mean, you just feel like you're.
But it looks like it's always been here. It's amazing.
The feast is almost over, but the proof of success is in the profit. Time for the guests to pay for their meal. What will they think it was worth?
I think it would be at least £35 for 3 courses.
Their guests have gone, so it's time for Matt and Marie to find out how much they've made. Matt spent £240 on ingredients. Anything over this amount is profit.
585?
Matt and Marie have made an impressive £345 profit.
I want to bathe in it.
I think that's pretty good to have done that on your first night. I mean, that shows great appreciation. Just think you could be double that next time.
I'm so pleased about the amount that we've managed to earn this evening. It's nice to get that recognition, and it is nice to have earned it.
Could you do it on a regular, weekly basis?
I would like to do it again, I have to say.
I would do it again, but I would, look at it in a more professional way. Tonight, it takes a long time to cook 14 potato pancakes. I wouldn't ever do it again. I wished I'd taken your advice and I'd done the marinated salmon.
Now, funnily enough, you're going to find this very strange, but I actually enjoyed your potato plate.
You've done a fantastic job. Great food, great ambience. What more can I say?
Well, we'll
Do you
have
agree
to
with
invite you back when we open.
We would love to.
Matt and Marie have successfully opened a restaurant in their home, meaning Mike and Tina's work is done. But just like any normal restaurant, there's still the washing up to do.
Where do you even start?
Look, I hated them to begin with. But what they achieved tonight, in both cooking terms and ambiance, fantastic.
It was very good. I think it's brilliant.